My name is Edgar Froese, and I'm with Tangerine Dream, and you are listening to Pavlina's Kidz Plays.
So hey everyone, this is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kidz Plays. I'm on location in New York City at the Best Buy Theater, and I'm here with Edgar Froese from Tangerine Dream. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm perfect.
Okay, good. So your band Tangerine Dream has been around for over 40 years and has had 5 Grammy nominations over the years. So how has your music stayed the same and how has it changed?
Music always is changing because you as a human being are changing, you know? And as long as the music is produced by a human being, which is obviously the case, so the music is changing by the experience you have in life.
Yeah.
And beside of that, there is a technology we are surrounded with, we are using to produce our music. And if that's changing drastically or dramatically through the decades, then the music will change.
Yeah, okay, definitely. So how did you decide that you really liked using the synthesizer in your music?
You see, a lot of people don't understand completely what an electronic instrument really is and what it can do. And in our view, between a violin, a guitar, or a flute and a synthesizer, there's really no real difference as far as the music is concerned. It depends very much on what you want to say and if you have to say something. You see, if you don't have a story, it doesn't matter what instruments you use, if you're writing books or if you whatever, or dancing, you have to have a life story. Then you can explain what you are and what you want.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, did you ever think, synthesization, would be used so strongly when you started using it over, 30 years ago?
It's quite different.
Yeah.
It's quite different, and the only thing we never did any compromise as far as commercialism is concerned, and we never did any compromise as the industry often try to put a bit of pressure on you.
Okay. So, growing up, kids have all kinds of obstacles. What kind of obstacles did you have, and how did you overcome or deal with them?
Since the very beginning of the band, we always try to combine the visual aspect and the audio aspect, because it's in human life, that's the two things, your awareness of the world, And what you do on a field of arts or in a show, in a concert, is that you try to bring in a different form of what you experience in life, and very often you put it upside down. It's very surrealistic, you change it. It runs through your own personal filter. And if it's properly done, then you've got a different view of the world as you know it or as it could be, which you very often don't know about. So it has to be something new.
Yeah, okay. So, when describing your music, how would you describe it?
It's me. It's the 5 other musicians in a band. It's the sound of their lives.
Yeah.
It's what they feel, the way they express themselves through sounds without using words. And the funny thing is, an audience likes something like music or theater or poets or whatever if they call it a vibration on the same level, If you can fit into the same level, then you all of a sudden understand.
Yeah.
If you can't fit in, you won't understand. It's not a thing about good or bad. It's a thing of clicking in to the level, what we call level of consciousness,
Okay. So, people that have heard your music worldwide, in films of soundtracks like Risky Business and Firestarter, when you're doing soundtracks for movies, do you like create the song for the movie, or do like the movie people like pick one of your like existing songs?
We are rented musicians, like all soundtrack composers, and we have to make table dancing if it's requested, and we have to running around the lake if it's requested. We have to, with other words, you have to satisfy the producer and the director by, to a certain extent, to keep your own integrity. So you are asked to do things you are hired for. Very often, you just can go away 50% of what you would love to do. And then they stop you and say, okay, that's fine, we don't need any more. That's it. And you are fighting with from time to time, to get more quality into a score. But what I said in the beginning, you are hired. You are not the boss of the project.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, like, what does your music mean to you, and how does that, how do you interpret that to your audiences?
First of all, I never thought about what it has to mean to others, and I personally never stood up and said, okay, as a matter of fact, is to bring pure enjoyment or entertainment to others. Mm-hmm. The thing is, the music itself, is at a certain point dictating how the quality has to develop. Yeah. It's a growing process, and it's and the first stage is your little kid, mm-hmm. And then you take care about it, you try to do all the best to him, and then it's growing, and it becomes an adult, looks back and says, hey, now composition ready, you are the composer, you have to do X, Y, Z. Yeah. So it's a really communicative process between the composition and the artist, if it runs good.
Nice, okay. Yeah. So, creating different sounds, are there, are there times when you're, stuck in traffic or, different places, and you say, wow, I would like to add that movement to, a song, and, do sort of things around you, inspire you?
Always, because if you try to define what music really is, mm-hmm. Music is, and that's not described in terms of quality. Music is a noise in the first place, and the highest possibility an artist has is to get a certain order into that noise, to make it what we call music. Mm-hmm. There is a principle which makes a sounding like it's an orchestra playing a symphony or a rock music playing a song, whatever. Yeah. That's a concrete order of abstract sounds, mm-hmm. and that's what music is. And everybody has a different perspective to how to order those chaos.
Yes, okay. So what are your upcoming plans and events?
Sorry?
Your upcoming plans and events and everything?
Was sagt sie?
Habe ich nicht verstanden. A little bit slowly, please.
Okay. What are your upcoming plans and events?
Oh, we are back on a big screen. We disappeared for about 8-9 years, and now we've got quite a few offers, and so I couldn't say no anymore, and so we're doing the first thing, which will be released next spring. So it's a bit of a secret, can't talk about it. And also we are on tour quite a bit, releasing over about 5 albums till May next year, and so we are incredibly busy.
Nice. Okay, well, thank you so much for talking.